Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the circumstances of life, as if you were at the mercy of forces beyond your control? Imagine encountering a set of teachings that not only offer peace of mind, but also a powerful way to face daily challenges with resilience and clarity. In today's video, we will explore Stoic lessons you shouldn't ignore, a practical approach that can completely transform your way of dealing with the ups and downs of life. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy practiced by thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, offers valuable tools for personal development. In a world filled with uncertainties, these teachings are more relevant than ever. How many times have you found yourself paralyzed by worries about the future or dwelling on past events? The Stoics teach us to focus on the present, to control our reactions, and to embrace each moment with a perspective of acceptance and serenity. Let's face the truth. Many of the pains we feel are exacerbated by our own perception. When we worry about what we cannot control, we increase our suffering. Stoic philosophy proposes a radical mindset shift. We focus only on what is within our reach, such as our actions and attitudes, and we accept what we cannot change with dignity and tranquility. In this video, I will share with you fundamental Stoic lessons that can be immediately applied to improve your life. We will talk about the acceptance of fate, amor fati, the importance of living in the present, and how virtue is the greatest good we can pursue. Each of these lessons is a crucial piece in building a more balanced and meaningful life. If you are ready for a real and lasting transformation, keep watching and discover how these ancient wisdoms can bring a new perspective and inner peace to your everyday life. If you're new here on the channel, be grateful for this video reaching you. Show that gratitude by subscribing to the channel and leaving your like to inspire me to bring more videos like this to you. Let's go to the first Stoic lesson that should not be ignored. 1. Acceptance of fate, amor fati. Among the Stoic lessons you shouldn't ignore, the acceptance of fate stands out, known as amor fati. This concept, literally translated as love of fate, invites us to embrace everything that happens in our lives, whether good or bad events. At the heart of amor fati is the idea that every event, every circumstance, is part of a grand universal plan. Nothing happens by chance, and everything has a purpose, even if we cannot understand it immediately. Imagine you face a significant setback, like losing a job or the end of a relationship. The instinctive reaction may be resistance, sadness, or frustration. However, amor fati teaches us to accept these challenges with a calm mind and a positive perspective. Instead of lamenting what we have lost, we are encouraged to see each event as an opportunity for growth and learning. This mindset shift may seem simple, but it has a profound transformative power. In personal development, applying amor fati means learning not to cling to what cannot be controlled. Often we suffer not from the event itself, but from our resistance to it. Accepting fate is not passively resigning, but rather facing each situation with courage and wisdom. It is understanding that by loving our fate, we are in harmony with nature and the flow of life. This acceptance frees us from stress and anxiety, allowing us to focus on what truly matters, our actions and reactions. A practical example of amor fati is when we encounter an obstacle in our path. Instead of seeing it as a hindrance, we can view it as an opportunity to enhance our resilience and creativity. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest advocates of Stoicism, wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This perspective strengthens us and allows us to find innovative and effective solutions, turning adversities into stepping stones to success. Therefore, by integrating amor fati into your life, you not only improve your ability to deal with challenges, but also find a deeper sense of peace and purpose. This is one of the Stoic lessons you definitely should not ignore. Loving your fate is ultimately loving yourself and life in its entirety. 2. Focus on the present. Among the Stoic lessons you shouldn't ignore, the focus on the present holds a prominent place. Stoicism teaches us to live fully in the present moment, not to excessively worry about the future, nor to dwell on the past. The essence of this lesson is simple. What truly matters is now. By living in the present, we find peace, clarity, and purpose. How often have you caught yourself ruminating over past mistakes or worrying about what might happen tomorrow? These worries are thieves of time and energy. The Stoics believe that spending our time on regrets or anxieties prevents us from appreciating and enjoying what is right in front of us. For them, each moment is an opportunity to exercise virtue and wisdom. Applying focus on the present to personal development means training our minds to focus on current tasks and interactions. For example, when we are with friends or family, being truly present means listening attentively, engaging in conversation, and enjoying the company without distractions. At work, it means dedicating our full attention to tasks, enhancing our productivity and quality. Practicing focus on the present also involves accepting what is. Accepting the present means acknowledging and embracing our current reality without wishing things were different. This does not mean we should be passive, but rather that we should act from a point of clarity and realism. When we accept the present, we respond more effectively and with less stress. One of the great advocates of this practice was Epictetus, who said, "Do not seek for events to happen as you wish, but rather wish for events to happen as they do, and your life will flow well." This teaching reminds us that living in the present is to accept and work with what we have now, rather than getting lost in fantasies or lamentations. Focus on the present also teaches us to value the little things in life. Each moment is unique and cannot be regained. By cultivating gratitude for the present moment, we find more joy and contentment in our daily lives. Therefore, by incorporating this Stoic lesson into your life, you gain the ability to live more fully and meaningfully. This is one of the most powerful and transformative Stoic teachings you should not ignore. The practice of being present is a direct path to a life of greater peace, satisfaction, and personal fulfillment. 3. Distinguishing what you can control. Distinguishing what you can control comes third on our list of Stoic lessons that cannot be ignored. This central concept of Stoicism reminds us to focus on what is within our control and accept what is not. Although we cannot control every aspect of our lives, we can control our choices, our words, our actions, and how we interpret the events around us. This distinction is crucial for living with peace of mind and effectiveness. What exactly can we control? According to the Stoics, we can control our choices, our words, our actions, and how we interpret events around us. In contrast, we cannot control external factors such as other people's behavior, weather conditions, or even the unfolding of certain events. This understanding frees us from unnecessary stress and frustration. Let's consider a practical example. Imagine you are preparing for an important presentation at work. You can control your preparation, the time you dedicate to practicing, the quality of your material, and your attitude during the presentation. However, you cannot control the audience's reaction or your superior's final decision. By focusing only on what is under your control, you can reduce anxiety and increase your confidence. Epictetus, one of the main Stoic philosophers, stated, "It is not things that disturb us, but our interpretations of them." This teaching encourages us to change our perspective on the challenges we face. When we encounter obstacles, we can choose to see these challenges as opportunities to grow and learn, rather than reasons for despair. In personal development, distinguishing what we can control empowers us to be more proactive and less reactive. Instead of wasting energy trying to change the unchangeable, we focus our efforts on improving our responses and behaviors. This leads us to a more balanced and productive life. Furthermore, this Stoic lesson helps us develop emotional resilience. When we accept that we do not have control over everything, we stop fighting reality and start working with it. This acceptance allows us to navigate life's uncertainties with a serene and determined attitude. 4. Virtue as the greatest good. For the Stoics, the true essence of a fulfilling and meaningful life is rooted in the constant practice of virtues. Virtue in this context is not just an abstract ideal, but a practical compass that guides our daily actions. Wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation are the 4 pillars that uphold this philosophy of life. and understanding each of them can significantly transform your personal development. Wisdom is the virtue that enables us to discern what is truly important. It guides us to make decisions based on knowledge and reason. In personal development, wisdom involves seeking truth, learning from our experiences, and applying that learning in a practical way. This means being open to continuous learning and reflecting on our actions and their impacts. Courage is the virtue that gives us the strength to face adversities and challenges. It is not limited to physical bravery, but also encompasses moral courage, the ability to uphold our principles and defend what is right, even in the face of opposition. In everyday life, courage encourages us to step out of our comfort zone, take calculated risks, and persist even when circumstances are tough. Justice is the virtue that guides us to treat others with fairness and respect. It is the foundation of all healthy social interactions. Acting justly in personal development means being upright, honest, and fair in all our actions. This strengthens our relationships and builds a solid reputation based on trust and mutual respect. Moderation is the virtue that teaches us to find balance in our actions and desires. It helps us avoid excesses and maintain a state of inner harmony. In the context of personal development, moderation involves practicing self-discipline and controlling our impulses and passions. This allows us to live in a balanced and sustainable way without being carried away by desires or extreme emotions. For the Stoics, these virtues are interdependent and should be practiced together to achieve personal excellence. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest advocates of Stoicism, emphasized that virtue is the key to a fulfilling life. He believed that by living according to these virtues, we can achieve true happiness and fulfillment. Incorporating these virtues into your daily life is one of the most powerful Stoic lessons you should not ignore. By cultivating wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation, you not only enhance your own life, but also positively impact those around you. Practicing these virtues leads to a more harmonious and meaningful existence, providing a deep sense of peace and contentment. 5. Memento mori. Remember your mortality. The principle of memento mori occupies the 5th place on our list. This Latin expression, which means remember that you are mortal, invites us to reflect on the brevity of life and to live meaningfully, valuing every moment we have. At the heart of memento mori is the understanding that life is ephemeral and that death is inevitable. By confronting our own mortality, we are faced with the finiteness of the time given to us on this earth. This awareness motivates us not to waste our days on trivialities or unimportant concerns, but rather to seek what truly matters and to live according to our deepest values. In the practice of personal development, memento mori encourages us to set clear priorities and to make the most of each moment. It reminds us not to postpone our dreams and aspirations, but rather to act with determination and purpose. When we acknowledge that our time here is limited, we are inspired to seek meaning and fulfillment in all areas of our lives. Furthermore, memento mori helps us maintain a healthy perspective on the challenges and difficulties we face. By reminding ourselves of our own mortality, we realize that many of the worries and anxieties that consume us in our daily lives are insignificant in the face of the grandeur of life and the inevitability of death. This empowers us to face obstacles with courage and resilience, knowing that each challenge is an opportunity for growth and learning. The Stoic philosopher Seneca wrote, "Life is long if you know how to use it." This phrase encapsulates the essence of memento mori. It is not just about recognizing the brevity of life, but also about making the most of every moment we have. When we internalize this lesson, we are motivated to live with intensity and authenticity, to embrace experiences that challenge and inspire us, and to leave a lasting legacy that transcends our own existence. Therefore, memento mori is one of the deepest and most transformative lessons that the Stoics have bequeathed to us. By reminding ourselves of our mortality, we are encouraged to live with purpose and meaning, to embrace life in all its fullness, and to appreciate each moment as a precious gift. This practice frees us from the fear of death and allows us to live with courage, gratitude, and joy, making our lives truly worth living. Ending this video on the powerful Stoic lessons is an opportunity to consolidate not just concepts, but convictions that can transform our journey. By embracing amor fati, we recognize that each challenge is a chance for growth, each setback an opportunity to become more resilient. In the focus of the present, we find the key to a fulfilling life, where now is the only time we truly have. Distinguishing what we can control frees us from the weight of worries that have no place in our sphere of influence, allowing us to direct our energy where it is most effective. And by embracing virtues, we not only shape our own lives, but also contribute to a fairer and more compassionate world. But perhaps the deepest reflection is that of memento mori, the inevitable reminder of our mortality. This challenges us to live not just to exist, to embrace each moment with gratitude, and to build a legacy that transcends our brief passage in this world. So, may these Stoic lessons not be just words, but a call to action. May each of us live with purpose, courage, and integrity, embracing life in its entirety. If you wish to start this journey or deepen your practice, be sure to subscribe to this channel and leave your like, and together, let's transform our lives and the world around us.